Imagine capturing your ideas and to-dos as they happen without losing a beat. Stay tuned to master Google Keep. Hi, I'm Mark. Welcome to Skill Sprints. If you've ever wished for a digital notepad that understands your need for speed and organization, you're in the right place. Today we're exploring Google Keep. Ready? Let's get started. To access Google Keep, you have to be signed into your Google account. And then it's very easy. Keep.google.com will get you to the Google Keep application. Google Keep is designed to be simple. Therefore, the interface is very easy to navigate. You can see on the right side of the screen a number of notes that I have stored in Google Keep. In fact, the current display displays all of the notes. On the left side of the screen, I have a number of categories I can navigate through to show the notes that are relevant in each category. If I want to display all of the notes again, I simply click Notes at the top. There's also a search bar where I can engage in various types of searches for things I may have written in notes. In the upper right, I can refresh. This way, if I'm taking notes on a number of different applications, for example, I might be taking notes on an Android device and a tablet and on my desktop, I can refresh to the most current version of my notes. I can change how the notes are displayed, either in this linear column or scattered on my desktop. Here I have some settings for notes. For example, I can disable the dark theme and go back to the lighter theme. The key organizational unit of notes are labels. I've created a number of labels based on my own note-taking system and my own interests. You can create a new label simply by typing its name. You can remove a label by clicking the trash icon next to the label, and you can edit the label by clicking the pen icon. To display the notes related to a specific label, you can simply click on it and the related notes will display. To create a note, I simply click in the Take a Note dialog box and fill in the note title and the body of the note. Once I'm done writing the note, I can click in a blank area or simply click Close. The note now appears in my interface. If I click the note again, I can now edit the note or add a label. I can add a label by clicking the three dots in the bottom of the note and choosing Add Label. That note now appears under the label I've selected. I can also create a checklist note. I use this a lot for shopping lists. Now that I have the title of the note, I can simply add my list items. What I really like about checklists is when I'm in the supermarket, I simply check the items off from my Google Keep app as I'm going through the aisles. It makes it really, really easy. When the note's active, I can check off any item simply by clicking on the checkbox. Notice it moves to the bottom of the note under Completed Items. I can also create notes with drawings. I'll click the pen icon, and here is the drawing interface. I'll do a simple diagram. I'm certainly not an artist. And once I've drawn my diagram, I can go back, and that note appears at the top of my diagram. And I'll just call this System Diagram. I'll choose a label for the note. I'm going to put this under Projects and click Close. There you can see the note with the diagram in the interface. I can also create a new note with an image by creating the photograph icon. I have an image on my desktop that I'd like to use. The image is loaded into the note, and now I can add a title, and I can add information on the note. Again, I can add a label to the note, and then close the note. Something I find really convenient is sometimes when I have a note, I want to use that note in a word processing document. So right from the note, I can copy the note to Google Docs and then open the new Google Doc and it contains the note. I find this especially convenient because I use notes as the basis for blog posts. So I simply open the note in Google Docs, write the blog post based on the outline that I have in the note. We can also set reminders on our notes. For this note, movies I'd like to watch this weekend, I'd like to set a reminder. In the same row of icons as the three dots, you'll notice the reminder icon. I can set the reminder for either later today, tomorrow, or also pick a custom date and time. I'm going to set this for Friday at 7 p.m. I can also have the reminder repeat if I want to. Click Save. This reminder has now been set. When I no longer need notes, I can either archive or delete the note. To delete a note, I'll click the three dots in the bottom right-hand corner and choose Delete Note. That note actually isn't fully deleted. It lives in the trash until either 7 days expire or I empty the trash and the notes disappear. Notice that there is an archive. This archive is where I usually store notes that I no longer need. Here's a shopping list from earlier in the month. Notice all the items are checked off and completed. So I'm going to archive the note by clicking the Archive button. The note disappears from the primary interface, but is still available in the archive. From here, I can unarchive the note using the same button. Sometimes I may have a note in which I want to collaborate with another member of my team. Next to the reminder icon is the collaborator icon. I'm going to click it, and now I can choose someone to share the note with. I'm going to choose Wendy. When I save this, Wendy will be included on the note and get a notification. Notice she appears at the bottom in the W icon, reminding me that I have a collaborator on the note. If I click her icon, I can actually remove her from the note by clicking the X button and save. You notice that this note has this background illustration. Using the background options button, I can set either colors for my notes, background images, or simply turn these off. There's a fairly limited range of images you can use with your notes. And just like that, you're a Google Keep Pro. Remember, great ideas don't wait, and now neither do you. Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more ways to boost your digital efficiency. See you next time.